Morning. I would like to thank all of you for attending this commemorative day. I would also like to thank all those who have ever served in the military or for the government. But more importantly, I would like to thank the families of all those who have served our country. For countless generations, this nation has offered her children for the common good of all. I can think of no greater hardship that any of us may face in this life than losing a child, wife, husband, brother, or sister. I commend those of you who have suffered this misfortune, yet have found the courage to carry on. I joined the Marine Corps in my formative years. It was an honor and a privilege, because the Marine Corps made me into the man that stands before you today. When preparing for this speech, I thought about addressing those times, but I will not, because today I feel that I have a more important message to convey. Chesty Puller once stated, "Our country won't go on forever if we stay as soft as we are now. There won't be any America because some foreign soldier will invade us and take our women and breed a harder race." I use this quote for two reasons. First, to pay tribute to perhaps the greatest Marine that ever lived. And secondly, because what Chesty stated over 50 years ago still rings true today. To keep from becoming soft, we must continue to embrace the two distinguishing traits that define us as a nation: our right to freedom of choice and our diversity. These two traits empower us to a greatness that no other nation of the world has successfully attained. No matter your ancestors' country of origin, this great nation affords every productive individual the same rights and freedoms. It was the intention of our forefathers to have a constitution that was ever-changing, fitting the needs of our future generations. Perhaps one of the most beneficial aspects to the Constitution was the Bill of Rights, which was added in 1791. Under the Bill of Rights, many amendments to the Constitution were adopted to give greater freedom to the people. The freedom of choice is encompassed in the four following amendments. The First Amendment grants freedom of religion of our choice, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom to assembly, and freedom of petition. As our nation evolved, we adopted new amendments to provide justice and freedom for all. The 14th Amendment grants due process and equal protection under the law to all. The 15th Amendment forbids the federal government and the states from using a citizen's race, color, or previous status as a slave as a qualification for voting. The 19th Amendment prohibits the federal government and the states from forbidding any citizen to vote due to their sex. The very structure in which the Constitution and the Bill of Rights were drafted allows for interpretation, which in turn allows for diversity amongst people's beliefs. As Americans, we are diverse in both our heritage and our culture. But more importantly, we are diverse in our ideology. Many of us understand the flag to represent the national government established in the U.S. Constitution, the freedoms promised to the citizens in the Bill of Rights, and perhaps most of all, to be a symbol of individual and personal liberty as set forth in the Declaration of Independence. The flag is a complex, contentious symbol around which emotions run high. While I do not support the desecration of the American colors in any way, shape, or form, I do support the right to freedom of expression. This, my friends, is why so many of our brothers and sisters have summoned the courage in their darkest hours throughout the span of this great nation. These heroes did not sacrifice their lives for the American colors. They sacrificed their lives for what the colors signify. The United States flag represents the freedom of choice without persecution. There is no greater gift that could ever be bestowed to its citizens. So when you witness the burning of the American flag, do not look upon the act with disgust. Instead, rejoice. For that very act of defiance displays our freedom of expression. It is here that the heart of our diversity lies. The American colors can motivate our troops to make one more charge or symbolize the need for change in our ever-evolving society. So the next time you see your veterans presenting the American colors with pride, observing her being burned in protest, or draped across the body of a fallen brother or sister, I want you to remember the true significance of Old Glory, and that is the representation of freedom for all. Do not let the lives of so many pass in vain. Live the gift that granted you every day, the gift of freedom of choice. Thank you, and God bless America.
Thank you, Luke and Semper Fi. And now the Ladies Auxiliary will present the Wreath Lane.
On behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, I place the emblem of eternity. Its color bespeaks life everlasting. Thus do we immortalize the brave deeds of our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines who have given their lives on land, on sea, and in the air.
I have laid the American Legion Auxiliary wreath to honor the memory of those who fell in the service of their country. We remember those who offered their lives that justice, freedom, and democracy will serve the lives of those who have made the supreme sacrifice, are glorious before, and their deeds in inspiration, as they served in America in the time of war. May we serve in the time of peace, and may we, as members of the American Legion Auxiliary, be worthy members of the organization and the community in which we live.
Thank you, Ladies Auxiliaries. And now we'll hear another number from the community band. Thank you.